What's going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to break down this week's Marvel Strike Force blog post. As you can see, introducing the Spider Society team, but as well, the newest farmable character, quote unquote, that's going to get revised now. So definitely take advantage. A big update, so to speak, in the coming weeks here. So first and foremost, we are rounding out things finally with the start here of April. As you can see, there's going to be actually a new Cosmic Crucible season beginning, and they do break down all the rooms in this blog post. There's tons of information to prepare for sure. We got Cosmic Ghost Rider joining Strike Pass Season 56. So if you guys have not had a chance to unlock him, this should be able to put you guys over, all starting on April 1st here. Following that, we do have this Nature versus Nurture event that's going to be their earning of gamma rays and big point items for April event. So essentially, this is the monthly event featuring Leader. He is going to be the character that's going to be debuted in this month. But as well, there's going to be also an Atomic Fallout event where we do need to battle in raids. Extra points if you have Hive Mind already built up, in addition to the spending of campaign energy that's going to add to this event. Lastly, there's a Hunker Down web milestone, which is the spending of Age of X event campaign energy. So sounds like it's going to be similar to what we're seeing with the anniversary event right now. Well, it's going to get added in the way of this event campaign energy, and by doing so, it's going to add to this milestone in addition to the spending of incursion energy. The Age of X debut is also that same day as well, so definitely break that down. We got Peter B. Parker and Mayday release coming on April 4th, as well as the Spider Society Super Showcase. Similar to what we've seen, guys, with Out of Time and obviously the Cabal team, we're going to be able to take advantage of these free rewards, so as long as we can participate, given the restrictions that we may or may not have. But big update here, guys. Starbrand and Cosmic Ghost Rider finally going into bumps. So we're going to get an opportunity now here to get more shards of them from the different Ultimates orbs as well. On top of that, Black Knight finally replacing Icarus in the featured character in premium orbs. We knew this was coming for a long time now. We didn't know which character it was going to be, but great to see this addition, because now we will have finally an opportunity to get more shards of Black Knight. In addition to that, I'm wondering in the future if they're going to also be revising the milestone orbs as well, because that also has not been changed for quite some time. But yeah, this is huge. If you guys have been building up those premium orbs, make sure you're not opening them. Save it until the update goes live, and that way you do have a chance to get some more Black Knight shards, pushing him higher, especially with him being engaged as that defensive juggernaut across all the different game modes. We have the breakdown here of the Spider Society team, so I'll let you guys have at her. There's been so much content out on this, so don't really want to waste any time going through this, because I think each of the content creators have done an exceptional job breaking down their kits and reviewing what has been changed. I also did an update video on how they rack up in terms of their stats and where they stand against the other raid teams. This is a really good team, guys. Obviously, at the end of the day, make sure you guys consider where your roster's at, where your alliance is at, and whether or not it is worth building up a team that you may or may not be using just yet. Just because the skill section is at the very end of the Incursion 2 raids, and you may not even be able to participate in them unless your alliance is pretty competitive and you guys are consistently hitting that 80% plus. For our alliance, we're definitely going to work towards it, but it's definitely not going to be a priority, just because we need to fine-tune what's going on with our current Incursion 2 raids. So, as I noted earlier, Peter B. Parker coming on April 4th, so this is going to be the first chance to get an opportunity of him in the game. He's going to be the first character of the Spider Society that we can get a chance to unlock. 675 power cores. Again, be cautious if you want to build up this team, because they may be in a pseudo situation, unless there's new raids coming, which we haven't heard of any information just yet, right? We got the showcase event also for this, so obviously the test drive, that's always using the full team if you want to see how they're going to synergize with each other. We got the first time rewards here in the story mode. We have some as well in the challenge. It looks like they are going to reward some T2 level 4 ions, lots of gear tier 17, 16, but I'm really just interested in Crimson gear, so hopefully they can squeeze in some here and there if they can. If not, it's an opportunity just to build up more resources. And then finally, if you guys are working towards obviously the building up the teams as high as you can in the bonus mode, I know that one's always a good opportunity, especially just to get some extra additional rewards there, and try to build up as much as you can for your roster. So we scroll down a little bit more, guys. Here you can see that we actually do finally get a glimpse here of Season 7 Cosmic Crucible in terms of the changes, but as well giving us a heads up that next week we actually won't be we'll get a nice little breather from Cosmic Crucible, because they'll be taking a break and adjusting that. So April 8th is when this does go live, so something to be mindful of there. We also have this confirmed to be another shortened season that we saw similar to Season 6, right? So if I just quickly go through this, I'm probably going to make another quick video on this, but just a heads up, similar to how they treated, the Superior 6 and Sinister 6, it looks like Cabal characters are going are going to be the ones that get the global rules, right? So they're going to be getting with vulnerable anyways on successful attacks, applying additional vulnerable, and as well when they hit below 25% HP, they're also going to gain additional damage and lower the armor by 50%. Having said that, villain characters also get an additional bonus because if they have any Cabal allies, they're also going to be getting barriers, so making them even more fortified there. Obviously, the defense is still consistent, HP boost, damage, as well as exhaust occurs, and then finally all the rooms, right? So I will plan to make a more deep dive analysis of some of the best teams on this, but just to quickly go through it, striker characters, raider, and as well as skirmisher do get some specific bonuses here in room 1. In room 2 here, it does look like the room counts as a raid, so we've seen this before. Resistance is lowered as well as healing, so this is a good way to take advantage of some of those raid teams that you have built up that you have not used for quite some time. On room 3, we have this one that's called aggro. This switches on turn. If the character has taunt, they gain offense up. On turn, apply assist now to all allies with offense up. So kind of synergistic. You want to be mindful of which characters you want to bring in with taunt and then granting that offense up. Unstable energy is room 4. Ultimates costing less, two less energy, but then the max HP is also lowered. So kind of a pros and cons there. Room 5, all characters with blind lower that character's speed bar and armor, but as well, ultimate abilities also apply blind. So it's really how you want to unload those abilities and get that blind, so that way it's going to be detrimental to the other team. And then finally, stage 6, Crossroads, all characters on crit are going to be applying bleed to the primary target. If Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, or a Cosmic Ghost Rider is an ally, they're going to gain additional armor if they have bleed. So that's good to know there. So that room obviously sounds like it's going to be more of their focus. And then finally, guys, make sure you're taking advantage of the free claim here on Friday. We obviously get 5 free shards here of leader, in addition to some of these hourglasses for the monthly event if you have not finished that already, in addition to Patriot Corp orb fragments. Anniversary catch up here, so it does look like there's going to be another opportunity here. If you're behind the milestone, they are going to be sending some additional packages here to kind of top this up. Good to know. We have the nature versus nurture event here in terms of the leader character shard. So we'll definitely be deep diving this later on, guys. So I'm not going to go through it in too much detail. But again, it's going to be the monthly event, 4 main milestones that we're going to be looking at towards. And then typically they introduce the first milestone. So in this case, it's Atomic Fallout starting in the first week here. And then with this one, as we looked at earlier, it is tied actually back to battling in raids and using the campaign energy excluding ISO 8. So if you have Hive Mind built up, this would be a good start. We'll do a more deep dive analysis of how free to play friendly this is going to be, in addition to the web milestone that is tied back to it. So other than that, guys, exciting times. Interesting to see what the Age of X is going to look like in terms of the first event to kick things off here in April. Thank you for your time as always. Do appreciate you guys checking it out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.